guys, it's Kaylee, and sorry it's been a while, but I'm back. A lot of you were really interested in me doing more videos about my experience being a tattoo apprentice and checking out my portfolio and stuff, so I decided to make videos about that stuff finally. So this video is going to be a tour of my portfolio that I showed to my mentor that got me my apprenticeship. I'm going to try not to talk too much about the process of me getting my apprenticeship because I kind of want to save that for another video where I talk about getting an apprenticeship and my tips for that. This is purely just about portfolios and what I would recommend you put in your portfolio, what I put in mine, all that good stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in that, stay tuned. And I just want to clarify, I am not an expert. Obviously, I am an apprentice. I'm still working on my apprenticeship. I am not a professional tattoo artist or anything like that. I don't claim to be. I'm not an expert or certified artist in anything really. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion and what I've observed and yada, yada, yada. But first things first, this is my portfolio. It's like a simple little art binder that you can find at any like artsy craftsy store like Michael's or whatever. I think that's where I got this. Actually, it was Michael's. I just like these because it's a little bit more professional looking than just a plain old binder, but you can always use a plain old binder as well. It just depends on your personal preference. And I planned on doing like a little insert here that had my name and stuff on it, and I just never did because I'm awful like that. And before I get to the artwork inside, I just wanted to make another quick disclaimer. I did these, like, some of these pieces are a couple of years old. For a lot of them, I got references from the internet, whether Pinterest or whatever. So if anything is super similar to some design or artwork that's already out there, I probably referenced that artwork. I apologize if that upsets anyone, but whenever I referenced a piece of art, I always try to change it a little bit and make it, you know, my own, so I'm not copying someone else's design directly, but I just kind of tried to use it as inspiration, you know what I mean? Like the whole idea of copying and being inspired by and referencing designs is a whole other discussion in the art world, but I don't want to get into that just yet. But if you notice something that's in my portfolio that looks really similar to another piece, I probably referenced that. And the reason was because I kind of wanted to show that I was capable, like if a customer brought me a design, I was capable of being able to copy that and still, you know, make it a little bit different without directly copying everything about that design, if that makes sense. In all honesty, in tattooing, especially when you're first starting out, you're going to be, you know, copying designs that people bring in for you that they want a lot. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, we'll go ahead and start. So I did write my name on the inside, Kaylie Morbid, with like a nice little gold metallic pen. And this was my first piece that I stuck in there. It is a phoenix, and I don't know if you can tell, maybe a little bit, but I used that metallic pen on it as well. I was really proud of this piece. I thought it was like really tattooy and pretty, and I thought it was impressive, so that's why I made it like my first page. And then this is like my cute chubby girl art page. This is my Never Say Diet piece. This was, I originally did this as like a digital piece, and I turned it into a traditional piece for my portfolio. And I was pretty happy with how it came out. This is like a pretty tattooable design, I thought. And then this was a portrait of a friend of mine that I did as a mermaid. And it's just super cutesy. Really cute. My mentor, when she saw that, she really loved this one. And both of these, I think all three of these pieces. The Phoenix was markers. These two I did with colored pencils. Colored them in, I mean. This is a design I did from the movie The Witch. Some fan art I created for it because I just really loved that movie when it came out. And I wanted to do some fan art featuring the iconography of the movie. And this was actually like a t-shirt design I originally had that's still out there somewhere. I think on TeePublic. But this is more of like a traditional, more tattoo-y take on it. And these are just a few different tattoo designs, like kind of gothy stuff. Again, this is all like microns and markers. And this is a cute little Kewpie mermaid because I love mermaids and I love Kewpies. I wanted to do something just cute. And I think that was me dabbling in watercolor because I'm not super comfortable with watercolor. This is kind of like a 90s nostalgia, like 90s, early 2000s nostalgia, because that's the era I kind of grew up in. So I have Beavis and Butthead, some Tamagotchi, like pizza, the quintessential 90s food, and ASL, the question you'd always ask on Messenger growing up, and Ring Pops, and Be Kind, Please Rewind, and a Spice Girls reference, and of course My Little Pony, and a Furby. And this is a Beetlejuice flash sheet because I love Beetlejuice. It's one of my favorite movies. This is one of those things where I feel like a lot of the designs are kind of derivative. I probably saw variations of them somewhere and I just kind of did my own take on them. But I had a lot of fun doing this. When people really like this one when they see it, I think just because they really love Beetlejuice. And this is like a little witchy flash sheet I did. It's honestly not the best. This is probably one of the first pieces of flash, like a flash sheet that I did intentionally for my portfolio. So I feel like I've improved a lot since I did this. As you can see, like the symmetry and all that, it's not great. But I feel like it shows my I've kind of understand fundamentals, and like my shading and stuff isn't terrible. So I'm not super proud of it. Not my best work, but I stuck it in there anyway. And this is another little, I think these were from Mermaid a few years ago. I did like some cute chubby mermaids. This one is watercolor, and I think this one is marker. But these are just really cute, and I don't know. I just wanted to put them in there because I wanted to show that I love drawing like chubby bodies and mermaids and things. This was my like first attempt at trying to do like a Friday the 13th sort of flash sheet. I wanted to show that I could do like little banger type stuff. Again, this is one of my earlier pieces, so it's not my best work, but I think it's okay. And here's me attempting to do like a more traditional, like American traditional piece. A panther with some roses, and I did color this in with watercolor. And again, I'm not the most confident with watercolor, so probably not the best, but you know, I tried. And these are like some different, again, kind of American traditional like bug designs. I love bugs, as anyone who knows me probably knows. I really love bugs and insects, so I wanted to try out doing different like tattoo-y variations of them. I particularly love tattoos of like moths and scorpions and spiders, so I was really excited to do that. Some of the ones on here are better than others, but overall I think it's an okay piece for the portfolio. This is a study of a skull and some roses that I did. I again colored with watercolor. I was getting a little bit better with watercolor at this point. I mainly just put this in because I know that skulls and roses are very, very common motifs in tattooing, and I just wanted to show that I was capable of drawing them. And then over here, again, I just wanted to show that I was capable of drawing flowers that are very common in tattooing. Like I believe this is a chrysanthemum. I can't remember what kind of flowers these are, but you can tell me in the comments if you know. I can't remember what these are, but yeah, these are very common types of flowers you find in tattooing, especially kind of Japanese traditional stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to put those in to show that I was capable of doing those. And this is sort of like just a little random flash sheet of just like kind of popular like little witchy tattoo designs that I like to do. Like we have a hand holding a crystal ball and this little moon head lady and like little swirly things like this that are really popular. I really love this, like the Ouija board, like sun and moon. I actually want to get those tattooed on me somewhere at some point. But yeah, just kind of weird little random witchy tattoos. And again, this is something kind of close to my heart. As someone with anxiety and depression, I did like a series of tattoos relating to mental health stuff, and I know for a fact a lot of these are derivative because it's kind of, or for me it was kind of hard to think up motifs surrounding mental health represented in tattoos. So I know for a fact that I looked up a lot of tattoos surrounding mental health and kind of like referenced those. So these aren't super original, but I'm still kind of proud of the work I did on this anyway. And this is a little Stevie Nicks flash sheet, basically just because I love her so much and I love her music and lyrics and her whole aesthetic and everything. So it's just kind of like a little tribute flash sheet to Stevie Nicks and her music. This is another kind of spoopy flash sheet, just like kind of spoopy things that I like hands holding planchettes and tarot cards and more planchettes and cat skulls with crystals and like little spooky moons and bats and little ghosts. And I love this little fat bat one. And you know, just like spoopy stuff, but also cute. And these were done in marker as well. This was one of my earlier flash sheets, but I'm still relatively happy with it. I definitely feel like it could be improved upon, but overall I'm still pretty happy with this one. And another little cute spoopy flash sheet. Again, this is kind of a recycled old design of mine. I think I had t-shirts with this on it at some point. Just a bunch of cute spoopy stuff that I like to do. And finally, one of the last things, just, I don't know where this came from or whatever, but I really like this style of art, like lithograph, like wood carving type stuff with lots of little lines and very illustrative. So I wanted to put something like that in it, and apparently I referenced this picture of Pegasus from somewhere. I have no idea where, but yeah, just randomly threw that in there. So that's my portfolio. It's not completely full, like I still have some empty pages there at the back, but if you guys are interested, I will give you some of my tips for putting together your own portfolio to, you know, seek out an apprenticeship. I would suggest you want to get together a binder, a book, whatever. You want to get together some preferably easily portable collection of your best work. I had been working on my portfolio for probably close to 3 years actually. There was a lot of stuff I ended up not using because I was of the mindset that I had to show like my tattoo drawing chops. So all my designs, every piece I was working on specifically for my portfolio, I was designing to be tattooy, if that makes sense. So there weren't just a lot of random drawings that I had done for myself for fun. It was all like very designed as if like I think this would be a cool tattoo. So so my portfolio was kind of created around that, but I was a little bit surprised when I was interviewing with my mentor. She was interested in seeing, you know, paintings I had done since I work as a painting instructor and stuff like that. And she was saying a lot of times people who are really good painters turn out to be really good tattooists. So no matter what kind of art, I would suggest mostly gearing towards tattoo type of art, stuff that's tattooable. But if you have great charcoal drawings that show off your mastery of light and dark, if you have like great paintings or anything that you've done, just whatever you consider your best work, go ahead and include that also, because I think the more variation you have, the more it's gonna help you more than hurt you. And the other thing is your drawings, your designs, they don't have to be the most elaborate or, you know, amazing things you've ever done. As you can see from my portfolio, like I had quite a few simple things in there. You mainly want to show that you have a firm grasp of the basics, because the more you make yourself appealing to an artist, like they know that they're not going to have to teach you fundamentals, they're not going to teach you how to draw, they're not going to have to teach you basic anatomy and things like that, the better chance you have of getting that apprenticeship. So you want to make sure that you show off, you know, your anatomy skills, your shading skills, your drawing skills, just basic fundamentals, and you know, line weights, all that good stuff. You just want to give whoever looks at that portfolio like a good sense of what you're capable of. And it's kind of like showing off like, hey, I already know how to do all this stuff. You're not gonna have to teach me. Because your potential mentor is going to want to teach you the art of tattooing, not waste their time teaching you the art of drawing. That's just taking away from them time they probably don't have. So yeah, those are my little tips for building a portfolio and my portfolio tour. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you like my portfolio? Do you hate it? Do you think I should have included stuff and I didn't, or whatever? I'm always curious to hear what you think. I was lucky enough that the first studio I walked into and showed my portfolio, my mentor agreed to take me on, and I was pretty blown away. I was pretty sure I was going to be told to, you know, get out. So, but yeah, if you get turned down, just don't give up. Just keep trying. If it's something you really want, don't let anyone or anything hold you back. And I wish you all the best. And yeah, and also let me know down in the comments if there's any other topics about being a tattoo apprentice that you would like to see a video about, because I'd be interested in making that for you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching, as always. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, please feel free to subscribe. And I just love you guys so much, and I hope you're having a good day. And if not, I hope it gets better. And I just want to say, always remember and never forget that you are beautiful just the way you are, and to always be yourself. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.